Hey y'all, it's Roman with Stagel Farms. Well, we've got another project. What do you know about that? Yes, we have to do some fencing for these goats. Our herd is pretty big right now, obviously, and we need to provide room for them. And, we really want to not just take what we're doing with the fencing, but we have to cordon off certain areas for, like we're doing with the chicks, grow outs. So we need to put like the adolescents, or later on separating a little bit. It's always good to have different areas sectioned off for certain things. Marcy wants to kind of put a little shoot area that we can wrangle the goats in, the ones that are a little difficult to get them in there, so it won't be so difficult to catch them. Like Dallas and Abilene are, they can be difficult. They're getting better though. I'm really surprised how much better they are. They know that it's a relief, and it is a relief for these goats to get milked and just getting that pressure off of them, that discomfort. So I'll show you how we're going to lay this out, and it's going to be really convenient for us, that's for sure. So here's the shop, here's the back door to the shop, and then it comes out here. Now what we want to do here is put a 4-foot gate here and then start the fencing this way, starting here. So, or just somewhere along this line, it doesn't really matter where, but probably right close to this corner of the shop here. And then we'll put that gate here, and it'll run straight out this way. Then it'll kind of go down just a little ways. What I would need to do here is I need to have a room to mow all this here on top. So we don't want to go all the way to the end. We're just going to kind of go right about here, then curve this way, and go all the way to kind of the corner of this post that's right there. Then on this side, this is going to be the opposite side, so we're going to go off this corner of the shop this way. We're thinking maybe just a cattle panel length, and then a larger gate, 16 foot, something along that line, and that's going to basically be our H right here. So it's going to meet to that corner over there. So that should be a good area for them to graze and have enough room to separate if we need to. Sorry, Ivies. But this should provide a good space for them. We put the tractor through here, so the birds have been fertilizing this area real well. So we're anticipating a pretty good grass field for them. You just see this particular area. It's really dark green right there. It's really nice. There is a little bit of some patchy area that isn't quite as good. It's probably pretty compact, right there. A lot of compaction. So, and then this is coming in. This is still pretty fresh. This is one of the last areas we had over here. So we're trying to provide a pretty good fertilized area for them. that we're hoping that the chickens did some really good work to fertilize and till up this area to bring up as much rhizomes as they can to get this area nice and green. I don't know if we're gonna run through here. See, what the chickens do is in certain areas, they take advantage of these little dry spots and they make dust baths out of them. So we can't really, do that like over here, right here in this little indention. They just use that as a dust bath. So any dry spots, they do that. So it's not that's not really good for us to do this, because they just dig it up and it's not really fertilized too well. You can see right here, there possibly, I'm not sure, but there is a track right here. This was another spot here. So all this area is pretty much where we've had the tractor, and this is just lush and perfect for these goats. They need to be in this right now. I'd love to put them in here just to munch away at this. That is clover, just beautiful stuff. And this was where that guy tilled. He came all the way over here to kind of level the ground a little bit. So it's still kind of growing in. It was bare, so now it's still kind of growing in. Look at the garlic. It just looks amazing. I can't believe how nice that garlic looks. Look at that. It's just beautiful. The arugula, I went ahead and harvested some. I got a lot the other day. It's kind of turning brownish, but it's spicy. I love it. It's really, really good. So I'll be getting some more out of here, but there is some weed pressure within this bed, and I kind of have to pluck it out a little bit before I harvest it out. And then even after I harvest, I kind of got to pick out the little weeds. You can kind of see them just peeking through here. So I just kind of grab them and see if I can follow their root structure and try and get the whole thing. But yeah, they're all in here. And so yeah, I do have to pluck it out before I harvest, unfortunately. But that's one beautiful bed of garlic. We have hard and soft necks in here, so really nice variety. Can't wait to harvest that. As you can see, still pretty muddy in here. It's miserable to work in this, so I do have to let this dry before I can even attempt to work in here. It's already back-breaking work as it is. I don't want to do any more back-breaking work than I have to. It's grueling. But I just told commenter Ron, he mentioned how hard it, and really liked how I'm working hard here, and I appreciate that. And I told him I'm determined to get this done. So we got these 5 beds. My wife was saying she could probably just use some of this mulching area here rather than me having to put some of this compost over on these last beds, because she's going to put flowers in here. It's going to be a different setup from these onions back. So we've got 4 beds here that she wants to use to experiment with, and that's cool. I want her to, you know, do what she wants to do and have her area to experiment with, flowers and, you know, whatever she wants. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And you know, I like that we have enough room to do that and enough beds. I mean, this thing is going to be epic. Once it's all done, you can see right here, this is the leek bed. So from this forward is just going to be beds of goodness. So I don't anticipate this garden taking too much longer. We want to get these beans started. We have to direct sow those beans. There's so much other stuff I want to direct sow, like, you know, more of these greens, like, you know, even another bed of arugula, a proper bed of arugula, kale, and so we got to get those beans going. We have to get I started some lettuce already, some Salanova inside the greenhouse. So hopefully that's gonna, you know, they've already germinated, so that they're doing well. We did have a mishap with one of the trays that we did of tomatoes. The fluctuation in weather just, it really took its toll in there. So, you know, we're working on this. We're gonna fail, and have to anticipate that. And we were pretty devastated by that, but you know, we'll keep going. We're not gonna let that down. And we have plenty of seeds, and we just need to start over again. And so I wanted to kind of do some Salanova just to kind of bring our spirits back up and not feel so defeated in the little greenhouse. So I put a heater in there, and I'm trying to keep that, you know, nice and, you know, have a good amount of heat in there to germinate. But then, you know, we're gonna go get a fan too. The window's all open in there, so we can provide enough air in there if we need that, you know, like later in the summer. But it's a great little greenhouse area for starts. I mean, it's perfect, and, you know, we just love it. So I hope you like what our plan is for the goats and the garden. I'll talk to y'all soon. Stay gold.